Good morning. It's Friday, September 1st, and we have jobs data out. Bad news is good news. Let's see. What was the actual number? I think I put in the app here. Unemployment 3.8% versus 3.5%. So, bad news, meaning economy softening. That means people are having expectations that rates are going to be in better shape, and that's good for stocks, especially risk assets. You can see RK up 1%. Financials are up, right? That's going to be easier on banks if interest rates go down. TLT is always very confusing, man. Interest rates go down, TLT should go up. I don't know. Bonds is a whole nother animal. I don't know what's going on over there. So, but not surprised to see the markets up on this, and everything still over key moving averages. You can see that clearly on SPY, QQQ. Honestly, it looks like things are heading back to their highs. And then RK, you got resistance here at about $45. Let's check IWM. Also, look at that, breaking above the 50-day moving average this morning. Wow, that might have a great day. And then yen, wow, China doing well also as well. So everything looking good. TLT, I'm not the bond expert, but bad news is good news. So let's move on over to our morning show list. And overstock, didn't get news yet. All right. So 9 a.m., probably not going to get the news today. All right. We'll have to wait till next week. And maybe we have to wait till the quarter's finished. We'll have to see. Before I go through this, I got to add one more stock to the top of this list, and then we'll dig into the catalyst. I got to add GNSS because they were on CNBC yesterday. CEO was on CNBC talking about their product and how it could have helped in Hawaii. So we're going to move that on right up. All right, let's go through those. Actually, we're there. Why don't we look at GNSS first? So GNSS, we're waiting for them to see if they would win that Florida contract. They got big volume when the CEO was on CNBC saying, I didn't see the clip, but I heard about it on social media. Again, talking about how their system could have helped in the Hawaii situation. I think they were showing a system from Laguna Beach, California, or something like that. So, all right, let's check where our resistance levels are. It's got to be this candle here, right there at 407. Can have its second follow through day. Maybe it's 407 the 52-week high. It's 407 and 423. Those are possibilities, 407, 423. Or does it just continue pulling back and kind of head to? I'd have to say, after you get that kind of exposure, and Hawaii's still big in the news, I think it's going to be hard to say, let's wipe out all that media from CNBC as if it means nothing, and we go back to 330 to 340. I don't believe that. I believe that media exposure is going to get you new incremental buyers, and that news is going to spread about this company. So I think like 350 area, the previous high here earlier in the week, 345 area, something like that. I think that's your support, and that's a buy around 345 to 350, and then we'll have to see if we can get back to those highs. All right, so that's the story with GNSS. Palantir, Kathy Woods buys shares last night after the big downgrade by, was it JP Morgan? I forgot who it was, but someone came in yesterday, downgraded it. And it is expensive. It's the most expensive AI stock. There's like articles, like half of the analysts covering Palantir have like neutral or sell ratings on it. So this is the most expensive AI stock. So I don't blame them for doing that. But Kathy Wood steps in a little bit. The stock is trying to, maybe bump up against the 20 DMA. Not my favorite stock, but if the markets are going up, may take Palantir up today with it. When I say not my favorite stock, I mean not my favorite stock for today. I'm not talking about these in order of conviction yet. All right. Tesla, a lot of news going on with Tesla. All kinds of model refreshes, Model 3, I don't know. You can look at it online. All right. I'm not like a Tesla expert, but I saw the pictures and the specifications on one of their models. I think it was a Model 3. And it looked amazing. The price looked really low. And I'm like, my initial instinct was, wow, this is great. Like everyone's going to get this. It's so cheap with all these tech enhancements. Then I saw another headline. Oh my gosh, they cut prices in China by like $12,000. And then later in the evening, they're like, oh, the Model X price, the new Model X price is so low. It's so cheap. And, that kind of, if we didn't have the pricing changes and we only had the model upgrade, then I would be really confident that we're going to be flying above this 50 DMA today, especially Uh, Historically, we've seen negative price action in the near term every time they cut prices. I think it's good for the long term. And I think you've seen, like, you see the short term reactions of the bear. Like this last dive here into to 100 was because of price cuts in China. There were like multiple back to back to back price cuts in China, price cuts in China, and then the bulls basically said, "Hey, this is good for the long term." We went through the thesis, and that same dynamic happens every time. Price cuts, and then the bulls step it up and they buy it because short term the perception is, oh, it's bad for demand, it's bad for the it means the economy's bad. It means their sales are going to be lower. It means their margins are going to be lower. They're going to make less money. The stock's too expensive. But then long term, I think the bulls who really understand the story, they're like, well, they're going to take market share and then sell the full service FSD, full drive, whatever you call it, full drive auto, whatever it is, full self drive FSD. They're going to sell FSD at like 100% margins. Right. And I think so. I think long term, this is great news when they come in with these model refreshes at really low prices. But short term, I don't know. It could be negative. You add it all up together and you see the stock there right at flat. So I really don't know what's going to do today. You can see it's battling that 50 DMA resistance, but lots of news. And it's just, I have no idea. Going to be a guessing game. Lulu, they beat expectations. I did a re-rating calc on this, and it comes to about 394.40, which exactly matches. Look at the top of the scale, 394.54, 394.64. So I guess there's your target. Analysts came in much higher. They have upgraded to like 450. Oh, well, here's one at 376. Here's 440. Here's another 400 to 450. Here's one reason of 450. Another, wow, most of them are 450. 450, I just calculated 394.50. So I think at this point, probably a no-brainer that it will touch those candles. It's only $2 higher. Will it do more than that? Maybe. I don't know. There's technical resistance there. If it does more than that, wow, that's also the 52-week high, 394.64. So yeah, if you break 394.64 and move towards the analyst targets, wow, you got resistance here too. Let's see what this is. 410, 399. So I don't know. I really don't know. Can it break that? You got another $2 in it. I think that's a high conviction play. Another $1.50 at this point. It keeps going up as I'm talking. You got another couple bucks in it, and then maybe it breaks over there and heads towards 400, but I'm not sure. All right. So that's Lulu. Then we got, now the more exciting ones down here. RRGB, sale leaseback. I'm not in this yet. I'd like to be. But sale leaseback here, look how far it's come down. Remember we covered RRGB before. RRGB here has a 20% float, short, 20% short. It's come down a lot. And now they did another sale leaseback, which is going to help their balance sheet and their financials. So I think that's a positive catalyst after it's come down so much. So I think at the minimum, you could be testing 1130 today, maybe 1150 as well, actually. And as a swing, if you look at the weekly candles, maybe you can make a move towards 12. Yep. That's a nice little target. I think 12 to 13, I think, is in play here. Might take a day or so, but I think 12 to 13 is in play in RRGB. Don't have a position yet. It's very illiquid right now in pre-market, but it's something we're going to be looking at after the market opens. SMCI, we told you about this yesterday. It broke. Oh, did it break it? Where are we now? 280. Yeah, it's breaking. There we go. Now you can see it breaking above this 50 DMA. Now you have the market tailwind. Boom, your target's 298 right now. 298 target on SMCI. I think it could happen fast. How's NVIDIA doing? Because that's impacted. Okay, NVIDIA inching up towards 500. By the way, in the app, I put here. Let's see if we can just show you in the app. There was some negative commentary here. There it is. NVIDIA cooking the books. You can take a look at that, and it looks a little bit concerning. So, maybe that's why, I don't know, NVIDIA hasn't exploded. Take a look at that. All right. And then we have EOSE, a company I wasn't familiar with. How did I even find out about this? It was an alert I got from someone I follow on social media. Okay, they announced this $500 million project, of which 80% of it is going to be a loan from the federal government. So they got like a $420 million loan, something like that. And the stock is up big on that. Remember, anytime you can avoid dilution, I'm sure this was people who've been following the stock knew that they had to make this capital investment, and maybe there was an expectation, oh, they're going to have to raise 500 million in equity, and now all of a sudden, 420 million of that is taken care of. Now you have to raise less equity on the open market, so that's really good for the stock, and that's why you see it going up with a very big float, low short float, 25%. So these are or a gap and run. All right, but the news to me is good. I've read a lot of social media comments on this. I've been trading this since yesterday in after hours. So the buy the dips have been working. We'll have to see if that continues. So let's see. Let's look at the levels here. 471. Okay, you know what? Yesterday got blocked at 550. So I think that would be your target again. Yesterday, I think it was in after hours, it reached 550, got stopped right there, right at the 52-week, right short of the 52-week high. So maybe we can make a move back towards 550 today. I think this is a little bit higher risk. 566. Yeah, 550 to 566 might be in play. By the way, they also got some price upgrades. Here we go. Stifle maintains buy, raises price target to 15. And then there was another one. Guggenheim raised from neutral to buy, announces a $10 price target. Okay, so even the analysts are coming on this. So because of that, I think this gives me confidence to buy the dips on EOSE with an initial target of around 550. And Overstock, we're just waiting. All right. I was hoping to get the news today. We didn't get it today. I'm really disappointed we didn't get it today. A little surprised, actually. A little bit surprised that they didn't want the media coverage going into Labor Day weekend. So we'll just have to wait. Okay. We'll just have to wait on Overstock. All right. Let's see if we can kind of reorder these. So, Palantir and Tesla, I kind of like the least out of everything we talked about, tell you the truth, because of what we went over. Lulu only has a couple bucks left in it. SMSI looks like a nice clean breakout to me. EOSE looks like something that's nice and tradable. RRGB, I'd like to get into that action. And GNSS looks like it might have some follow through. And then Palantir, Tesla, and then let's put Lulu because it has a couple bucks and an Overstock. Okay, there we go. That's your list today. SMCI, not even having a catalyst set, just like that clean breakout. EOSC, I think you can buy the dips on this one. Maybe sell the rips too. Very, very volatile. If you're trading this tightly, you can make a lot of money on it. RRGB, I'd like to get into that with maybe a swing target of $12 to $13 on RRGB. And then GNSS, there you go. Lulu, a couple more dollars in it. Wait, what happened there? What was my target on it? Oh, wow. Just I thought I was doing it. Here it goes. There it goes to that target, the first target. So, okay. There you go. Let's see what we can do today. Let's make some money. I'll see you guys later. Today, 1 p.m. update, storytrading.com/YouTube.